every single one of us is looking to be validated. And what happens is when we are looking for this validation, ever since we're a child, we look to our Father to be validated. And I want to explain what validation is, because there's another word called affirmation. Affirmation and validation, they look very much alike. However, they are very different. And so the validation is very important for you to understand that we mistaken affirmation for validation. So what happens is we're in our looking, like when you were a biker, and the reason you got into being in the biker world and this subculture of being a biker is because you were looking for validation. You're looking to find a purpose. You're looking to find something to validate you in your desires and wants and wishes of who you are. So somebody came up to you and says, yeah, I really like you because you have this cool Harley, and so you think, so you latch onto that thinking, well, this is my validator because, they're affirming me in this area of my life. So what happens is you mistaken that for validation, but come to find out it doesn't hold water because it doesn't have the authority of a validating. Okay, it's like this. So when you went to learn how to ride this bike, somebody told you are able to ride this bike. Basically, they're affirming you in the ability to ride the bike. But you're not allowed to ride this bike. You are not allowed to ride this bike until you go to a place of authority to get a license, a valid license, in order to ride this motorcycle. See, that's the difference. Just because you can ride the motorcycle, you're not allowed to ride a motorcycle until you're validated to ride that motorcycle. You need a valid license. So you have to go to a place of authority. So the difference between validation and affirmation is authority. Validation is affirmation with authority. Now, there's only two beings on the planet that can validate you as a child in your walk, in who you are. And that's your biological father or your heavenly Father. I really want to talk to you about this because the most important thing is you need to find validation. And if your biological father never validated you, attaboy, attagirl, that's the validating father when you go from boyhood to manhood, girlhood to womanhood, going from being single to marriage, these transitional times, you look to be validated. You don't know you're doing that, but that's what you're doing. So what happens is you find out somebody affirms you, but if it's not your bio dad or heavenly father, there's not a validation. It's not valid. You're going to still keep looking for that validation. So I want you to do this. I want you to go to the Heavenly Father, now that you're a child of God, and say, hey, Dad, I need some validation. I need you to validate me as your child. Give me a purpose, give me a plan, and give me a destiny of where you want me to be. That's both important thing for you to understand that. You really need to understand that. You need to be validated by your Heavenly Father. Because a biological father, pretty much in America, has never validated you. And I can pretty much attest to it because that never happened to me.
So how do you pray that prayer?
You just go to the Heavenly Father. It says, hey, you say, hey, Dad. I call him Dad because he's like Abba. Jesus called his Heavenly Father Abba. He goes, Abba. That means daddy, You say, hey, Dad, I really need to know where I'm at in this validation thing that Michael has been talking about. So you just talk to him about it. It says, I need to understand that I need to get some validation here. And you're the only one that can give it to me. So he will, because he loves his child. He's a father, right? And every father loves a child. So he's going to answer that prayer. It's just a heart prayer to him. And a lot of times I get up and I have a really bad day And I said, Dad, I really need to get some validation here. I need to know I'm on the right track. So he does, and he just crazy. He just, I mean, almost immediate. He sends somebody my way, or something comes into my path, and just it's a validating path, saying, yeah, you're on the right track. You're doing good. Attaboy. Keep going. So that's what we all need. We all need to have that with our Heavenly Father, and that's this relationship thing with Him. It's about that relationship. And the more that you have with Him, the closer you get with Him, all the other stuff of the world just kind of drops off, because you're actually really having this cool father-child relationship,